What's up, new cover lovers? It's, of course, the CoverBoi, and right now, the CoverBoi Chronicles presents Date Night. And the Date Night review is, of course, of the new movie, Selma. It came out last Thursday or Friday, I believe. It came out on the 9th, so whatever the 9th was. But, it was such a wonderful, wonderful experience going to see it and whatnot. I will let you guys know that this is so much of a spoiler alert. As much as I just would love to not be the spoiler and blase scoop, so if you'd like to stay and watch this show, I would want you to, but I mean, hey, just want to let you know this is a review of the movie. So it's also very graphic. So, just to let you know about that too in advance when you go see it. Those who do want to go see it. So, it starts off with a church fire that kills 4 girls. And it just, like, seeing that girl's body go through, the graphics are very in-depth. And so, for me, I was like, well, what really kind of started all this? And I started thinking about it as I was watching Oprah on one of my day or nighttime shows that I always watch, live with Kelly and Michael, or I think it was the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon or something like that. And they were talking about Selma, and this is Martin Luther King. The funny thing about it is, this Martin Luther King movie was done all after, this movie was made with stuff stamped after his I Have a Dream speech. This is him saying, I have a dream, now let's go forward and go forward with what I'm dreaming for everybody as people to see. This is what our forefathers see. So I don't see this happening right now, and I don't see this day and age changing, so let's change that. And I applaud his efforts and all that jazz, and I applaud him moving to Selma because of the start of where it needed to go. But that's where a lot of where basically the entire state of full of black people could not vote, and there was there wasn't a relative or anybody that they knew within 100 miles with voting registration to basically come and vouch for them and say, hey, this person blah the scoop. But the reason for a lot of people wanting to be a registered voter back in those days, a black man with Emmett Till, for instance. I don't think there was any black people on that jury, I believe, but something like that happens. He just whistled at a white woman, and then he was hung, or he was assassinated, he was killed. So no jury, no nothing. Even if there was to go to trial or something, even if they was to put somebody to trial like that, you know what I'm saying? Something like that is just ridiculous. When I think about those things, it's just it triggers a conversation that I don't like to have. But watching this movie, especially around other people, and then getting other people's opinions of the movies, and it's just okay, let me give my opinion of the movie. I just I do say it's a power struggle to watch this movie through and just know that this happened. And you know what I'm saying, if it didn't happen, it's a possibility that it could still be happening to this day. And that's the scariest thought. That's the part that really shakes me. So I do say I applaud Martin's efforts, but I also applaud Malcolm's efforts. And when you think about the Malcolm versus Martin, it's Martin was of nonviolence, and like Malcolm was ready to kick down doors and say, hey, you know what, if I got to hold a gun, I'm going to hold a gun and say this is what needs to be done. Because Malcolm's sitting there in the Oval Office begging the president to wave his pen to do something about it. And he's like, well, right now is not the time. Right now is not the time. When the hell is the time? That was my whole thing that I was thinking. I'm like, are you serious right now? So, to the point where there was a pivotal character that just really made me realize the significance of the civil rights movement as a whole in that particular area. Like, I mean, it's not that I never had the big, let me justify that for a quick second. It's not that I never had that profound understanding of it, because I do have that. But, like, I really did not, like, I knew there was always a such thing as a crooked cop, but I never really thought that, like, or I never really anticipated that they would really put that on TV, like, let alone a movie, a major motion picture movie, and it just, oh my God. But follow that character, Jimmy Lee, and you will say the same thing. Now, to avoid, like, a march of some things, and when people got sick of the problems that Jimmy Lee, or the problems that the police were creating for an incident like a man like Jimmy Lee or something of that nature, when the people decided to march for those reasons, to say, hey, we're going against that, there are other people like, oh, well, no, we think that the waves is fine and blase scoop, but like, and for people to do that to each other, like brother to brother, like, it shouldn't matter of skin of whatnot. And that's why I was happy when they got the march with Martin and all that jazz. I was just so disappointed what happened before Martin decided to walk with all those people and ask all those people to come and support him in the march and whatnot. I did not appreciate and did not like that, and it made a man so great such as him just be like, wait a minute, am I really about to leave people, innocent people out there, for them to possibly be killed? I don't want that possibility weighing on my hands. And like, I can't say that, just I can't say that, and so I'm glad that he turned around. But he had a lot of people that came down there, and for, like I said, for those people that did, like, just that got massacrously beaten and just so their bodies distraught, like, something had to change, like something had to give. And I just hate that it took so long. And it's like, there are struggles that are still being fought right now, but not complete, you know. And it's just, I'm glad that something finally did happen in the end. And I like the story, the way that they ended it out, and kind of made it very mellow and whatnot. It wasn't so much like a happy ending, because someone being assassinated is not a happy ending, but it was something to be like, it was an eyebrow raiser, I guess you could say. So be sure to know that the CoverBoi Chronicle, or the CoverBoi comment, is vote or die. I feel like this year your opinion should be valid, okay? So you should be voting. There will be something to, I don't really want to be involving myself or my show in politics, but like, I want people to vote. Like, this message really is to vote. Now, I could say a Cover Lovers poll is, do you agree with me that, you know, voting is very important to people, regardless of whether they say that there's crooked people left and right or whatever the case may be? You decide, okay? So, tweet the show, New Cover Lovers, CoverBoi Chronicles, my Facebook, my like page, my Twitter, my Instagram. Be sure to like, comment, and y'all know what to do. Subscribe to TheSpiritsoulstar, my YouTube channel, and let me know what you guys thought about this lovely date night review, okay? And the next one will end up being black and white for the next date night review, and my next movie review will end up being the Whitney Houston review this Saturday coming up, okay? So I look forward to that, and I look forward to you guys, and have a good one.